I was thinking about asymmetrical play, right?
Okay.
But what I was thinking about, like, how would you do asymmetrical areas in play?
So let me walk you through what I got here. We've got the beginning of it, and then under the game where the hashtag is, that's when it turns to my voice, right? And I start talking about what it is, right? Now, I've tried to make this entertaining as well as informative during this first little bit, which is like, oh, if you're not a gamer, but you're a bohab, you'll probably be able to play this because it's easy, blah, 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 blah. Then it goes into basic play, which starts breaking down the important parts of how the game works. Breaks down chaining cards, our new hotness, which explains why chaining is cool and what it adds to the game. Advanced play goes into talking about using suit bonuses and advanced scoring. I threw up a couple of FAQs, right? Because I had how long does it take to play? How many people can play? How do I win? What's in the box? Is my favorite GWAR stuff in there? I'm not a big gamer. Can I play this? Can I play the game during the Kickstarter? And are Dave and Corey in the game? Because I figure we probably will get asked that question. So what I wanted to do was pass this along, even if, the stretch goals aren't quite right. Just take a look through it, see what you think of it. Some of it gives you a chuckle, that's good. If I need to trim some of it down, that's okay. I just wanted to be like as thorough as I could be on our first pass, because like as a gamer looking at this, I'd appreciate that sort of a thorough breakdown.
Well, I mean, Ed had a really great idea too, right? And it was, we're not going to show all the stretch goals at the start anyway. And so if we took a size of card, say 40, just as a number off the top, and we didn't think that like the last two, goals of the trajectory of the Kickstarter we're going to make, then Ed says what you do is like a drop the mic moment and says, hey guys, here's the next goal. If we get to this number and it's the number we think from our projection we'll make, then we'll offer like the remaining 10 cards or whatever it is we have out there.
Asymmetrical.
Come on, we're doing this. Let me go put my shirt away. Let's be on camera. I was munching on a sandwich. No. Don't, not even for an outtake reel, nerd. What is this always the outtakes with me? Because I'm funny?
Funny? Hey, well, looks
Yeah,
aren't-
no, because
Dude,
I'm just a funny guy. I'll take the compliment.
Looks
What?
aren't everything.
Oh. All right, hit me with
I was
your...
thinking about asymmetrical play, right?
Okay.
But what I was thinking about, like, how would you do asymmetrical areas in play? Like, let's say you had a map of some sort,
Okay.
areas. Like, how would you be able to designate, like, what if somebody was operating an area that, let's say, in the clouds or something that was floating over it? It would be problematic if you had
You'd have to have a separate board, right?
separate board. But
Yeah.
then how would or could it interact with the board?
Like different areas do different things?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking, like, let's say, for instance, this is the pasture and this is the cloud, and it's floating, it could be anything.
Okay,
And
so go ahead.
So while I was setting this up, the only thing I could think of was necessarily this would have to be limited. Otherwise, it would be the same size of this, and it's like maintaining two boards is hard
And silly.
and silly. You can't put this over here. You can't have a place where you've got stuff on the board and you're like, well, this is floating over this, So just as a way of indicating that this is centered over this area of the map, and so it moves. Now it's centered over this. It would just be as simple as, well, first thing, this would probably need to be smaller than this, otherwise you have two boards, which makes no sense to me. And I don't like the idea of doing the whole Burgle Brother thing where you build a house and, like...
Yeah, no, I get where...
But it seems like the easiest way to do it would be to just indicate where a fixed point on this is in relation to this.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. I know you're thinking very abstractly about
Very
this.
abstractly about
But
this.
the first concern I would have is it's one of those elements of a game that, like, initially, if people don't grok an idea right away, they will oftentimes, like, just forget that it exists and focus on other things.
Okay.
Trying to teach people that that's the case needs to happen through visuals, meaning that you may need some sort of a board that if you want these to be modular, you need some sort of grout system that can hold the peg.
I don't
and
know if this is tiles, if it's just a printed board. I was just using it as an example of indicating.
But I'm saying that part of this needs to be visual.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to call you back through my computer so I can loop in my logistics manager, all right?
I guess I was talking more about, like, graphic design.
Yeah.
Graphic design would communicate
Visually.
what you're trying to do, maybe. But that would be almost a first, first level consideration.